Coming to you live from the second floor hall closet at Garrett the Griddler Studios, it's Let's Take a Look with the Cook. Now, you laughed with him in the zany Hot Spot Cold Spot, cried with him in the award-winning Griddle documentary There's a Tear on My Sear, and learned with him in the Griddle Doesn't Have to Be a Riddle. Ladies and gentlemen, please a big round of applause for multiple Gritty award-winning host, Can I Ask You a Question, Son?
Hello, everybody, and a great big welcome to each and every one of you. I'm your host, Ken. I Ask You a Question, Son, and this is Let's Take a Look with the Cook. So, with that being said, let's take a look with the Cook. Ladies and gentlemen, Garrett the Griddler.
Pleasure to be here, Ken. Thanks for having me back.
So tell us a little bit about it. What can we expect?
Well, it's a pizza grilled cheese, and it's actually a viewer request cook. Mary Margaret sent this suggestion in. Don't get a lot of these, so when I do, I get really excited, and I enjoy doing them. I can't say I'm going to knock out a home run, but I'll at least try not to strike out at the plate. As you can see on the screen, it's a little bit of pizza, a little bit of grilled cheese. Who would have thought, right? And for my toppings, I'm with pepperoni, portobello mushroom, and red onion, but of course, customize it to your liking. And look at all that cheese. Tons of cheese, plenty of cheese, variety of cheese.
Hey, I got an idea for the segment name whenever someone calls in a viewer request for a cook like Mary Margaret did. How about this? Griddle me this, fat man. Hey, is your granny still single? Thanks for the tease. Now let's get to the cheese.
All right, for the tens of you wonderful people that's still watching, here's the ingredients. We got some Italian bread, fresh shredded mozzarella, cheddar cheese, pepperjack cheese, sliced slivered Gouda. And as we mosey on over to the pizza part, you got pepperoni, portobello, red onion, some garlic butter, and pizza sauce. I made those, and I'll put the link in the description if you want to check it out. Speaking of which, let's make that pizza sauce right here. Come in with a can of tomato sauce. Make sure I get it all in there real good. Really good, like shake it. Yep, there we go. And then I'm going to come in with 6 ounces of tomato paste. Yeah, I'm just going to scrape it all. I want all 6 ounces of it in there. This right here is 2 teaspoons of minced garlic and 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Next, I'm going to come in with the spice mixture. This is 2 tablespoons of Italian seasoning, 1 tablespoon each of basil and oregano. And then you see right there a little 1/8 of a teaspoon or so of red pepper flakes. Kick it up or lessen it up, whatever you want for the heat level. 1 teaspoon each of sugar, garlic powder, onion powder, and garlic salt. Then, Willie the Whisk is coming in here. Get a little whiskey business going on. You want to mix this really good. Just keep whisking. Watch me whisk. Still whisking. Getting it off the edges there. It will clump up, so we got to whisk it really good. You can even go a little crazy with it as you're working on the sides. And whoa, turbo whisk. I like to make this a day or so before to really give them flavors a chance to get acquainted. So, for the bread, you can see I went with an Italian loaf. I actually wanted like a bread bowl loaf type thing, but it was only for a little small portion of soup or something, very small. I needed one bigger to satisfy and satiate my needs, but you see I just cut the ends off to kind of square it up, even though it's a rectangle. And then I put tons of my garlicky herb butter on there, and off-screen thumbs up for the win. And like I said, garlic butter link will be in the description if you want to check it out. All right, so we have made it to the still-made griddle, and we're going to give a little check for the temp. Yeah, I could use my infrared thermometer, but normally, whoo! Oh yeah, we're sizzling. That's usually a good indicator you are good to go if the water's sizzling. But to be honest with you, I got it at right at 400 degrees. Got a little water got down there in my little drip tray, no big deal, hopefully. And I'm going to start off here. I'm going to start toasting my buns. I'm going to get a nice little toast on them. And I'm just going to go ahead and put one down. 1, 2, 3. Oh yes. Sizzle me timbers. Then we'll go ahead and 1, 2, 3. Oh yes. And if you want, where's my other press? That should have been prepared. I'll make it work though. We're going to check this out. We'll let these toast for a little bit, and then I'll toast the other sides, and then you'll see why I'm not putting my mushrooms and onions on here in just a little bit. But I'm off to a good enough start. Acceptable, maybe. I found my other press. I got them both now. All right, so here's your little director's footage, kind of, that you didn't ask for, but you're going to get. sometimes it gets a little crazy trying to do the short version of these and the up close and all that. So I'm running around and whatnot. But like I said, I did find my other press, and I'm just gonna kind of sit that on there to kind of even them out. And let's do a little peek and see. Oh no! Woo! I should have peeked a little bit sooner. They were starting to get a little too done. Woo! It is a good thing I'm gonna throw some cheese on that. That's not something I can edit out. But I think it may actually be. Nope. That's burnt. Yeah. Okay, we can kind of knock some of it off there. That's good. Not all is lost. Good thing I tried to get a little bit more of a check there. That could have been disastrous. I don't care to have it a little bit more because I don't want the sauce, just to make my bread all mushy and everything, but I am toasting the other side too. So we'll kind of see how this will work. I don't know. Oh, I most certainly am not scrapping the video though. You can see we're getting a little toast on that already too, yeah. Because it's going to get a little bit more. When I turn it, I'll get that side a little bit more done. But both of these are toasting up pretty nice. And I'm going to go ahead. Let me make sure I'm filming. I get paranoid about this stuff. And yeah, okay, yeah. That'll work. So I'm going to go ahead. This right here, like I said, is some slivered, I don't know if that's the right word, slivered Gouda. I just used a little kind of mandolin slicer, a little bit, ooh, cat fur on there, gross geek. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead, make sure, yeah, there we go. Make sure it's in camera frame. A little too bright. Push it up here. I'm going to go ahead and adjust it. Yeah. Ooh. Hope you don't get motion sick. That's a little dizzying. But you're getting a behind the scenes look at the video, whether you want it or not. Because I have no choice if I'm going to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and put my Gouda on, no particular order. Try to make it all pretty and whatnot. Got a little bit of clump there in the center, but you can see where I toasted it. And this right here is at room temperature. It is starting to kind of, oh shoot, I forgot that's on the butter side. Woo. Law, I am just, I don't know. I am in a way right now, probably not in a good way. But it's a way that I'm going to make work. Because it ain't nothing a little cheese can't fix. I'm going to push this down here. Now I'm going to put just a little the mozzarella. Which is kind of like the, more or less the pizza part. But I'm going to be fair. All this is going to get at this right here is pepperjack. And some sharp cheddar cheese I had that was getting ready to take a trip down south in a fur coat, if you catch my drift. And like I said, shout out to Mary Margaret for sending in this cook idea. Because I had most of the stuff on hand, and I needed to be using it anyway. Worked out great. Absolutely great, except for the guy cooking it is about ready to botch this whole procedure. Get that on there. Alright. A little bit more shredded mozzarella. If you want to use the bag stuff, that'll work fine. I just did my own grating because I had it. Let's see. Yeah. I'm going to leave a little bit of this. Ooh, There we go. I'm going to leave a little bit of that to put on top. Now I'm going to kind of give it a little press down. I'm afraid I'm burning that. Yeah, I wasn't. Hey, Keek, you coming here to cook? You had your fur over here. Now I see why. Luckily, it's just one piece. And luckily, we don't have the health department coming here and inspecting our kitchen. So I'm going to have to watch this kind of... Actually, I'm just going to set it right off that direct heat. Give it a little check, make sure it's not... See, some of that I probably want to knock off anyway. If it's a little too burnt, I like that nice golden color. Oh, let me clear out cheese back there and make room for the press. Ooh, this is a good time to try one of my new things. Get them out of the pack here. Haha! I got one of these little half moon riser things. If I can, come on, man. This whole cook's going to be an unfortunate blooper reel. See how it's looking. Oh yes, can we look in there and see if it's cheese? Yeah, that cheese is starting to melt. I'm going to sit that on there. That way it don't be right on that direct heat. Now, I'm not even going to put down, I'm going to try this. Just going to put, oh no, I lost a little bit of onion. I'm going to put my onions and mushrooms down. Because I don't really want to cook these down in the traditional sense. I'm thinking more of like how they are on most pizzas. They're kind of oven baked usually. So I'm kind of, I won't say dehydrate them a little bit. Give them a little char. Raise the bar with a little char. That was an unfortunate play on words. Let these sit for a couple minutes and get some of that YouTube short TikTok footage, and we'll come back and check them.
This brief ASMR footage is proudly brought to you by Let's Take a Look with the Cook and Ken. I ask you a question.
Okay, and we're back. Let's hope I ain't burnt these trying to get the footage. Oh no, I'm liking what I'm seeing. It's picking up some of that leftover garlic bread, butter, parts burnt, parts exactly how I want them, etc., etc. But for my pizza part of this pizza grilled cheese, I kind of want these to look about how they're looking. I want them nice and fresh, little snap. My mushrooms, they're actually where I want them, regardless. So I'm going to come in here with the spatula skills of a griddle surgeon. Laugh if you want. I've heard far worse, I'm sure. I'm going to push these to the side. Get them off the heat because my onions can get a little bit more less raw, so to speak. I am doing this cook on a Monday, ironically, so we got Monday night raw onions. If we got any old school wrestling fans out there, that's for you. I was always a WCW fan growing up, and a little stinger forever, for what that's worth, to whoever's listening. Anywho, I'm going to let these go just a little bit more sear. Now here's something I like to do when I do stuff like this. I like to throw my pepperoni down. I think the man Guy Fieri says, let him sweat it out or something like that. I am far from his level.
And long for his hair.
But I'm going to add some down here and act like I have a clue, like I know what I'm doing. But that's a channel disclaimer. I never claimed to actually be a good cook. I'm just like a guy who likes cooking and loves eating. And as my wife will tell you, hates doing dishes.
I put that little bit in to see if my wife actually watches my videos. I don't think she does.
Here. Ain't gonna take much because the griddle's nice and hot. Onions already where I want them. You go over here. Got a little of that cupping going on there. Toss my onions and the pepperoni juices. Why not? Let's see if I can pick this up. See where we stand. Yeah, that's a little bit more done part. So what I'm going to do here, kind of let this heat up just for a second. Got to be careful. I'm going to go ahead and turn my temperatures down. Like I said, this is on my stovetop, so it's an overall guide, but you will have to learn adjust your temperatures probably accordingly to how your griddle works. It's right here. I'm going to use my spatula to kind of hang it off the direct heat a little bit, and then coming in with the sauce, as you saw earlier in the video. I made my own. I think it's pretty simple, and arguably got to be healthier, right? I don't think I would have put near as much sodium in it as they would have at, say, the mass-producing pizza sauce places.
I'm obviously a health nut, right?
Could be wrong on that, though. I was wrong once in '94, and it cost me my Power Ranger.
Darn you, Bobby.
But that's another story for another time. So I made my bed here with this side being the saucy side. I like it saucy, and I think I'll put a little extra sauce on this. Hadn't normally planned on doing that, but why not? We'll see if it tastes burnt. It tastes burnt. I'll come in and sprinkle a little bit of my pepperjack and sharp cheddar. And then I'm gonna be, oh yeah, tons of the mozzarella.
It's raining cheese. Hallelujah, it's raining cheese.
There we go. We'll go ahead and put that there. Now, I'm going to try not to burn myself as I put some pepperonis on.
That's not my fat deep breathing, I promise. It's got to be like the AC or something.
I'm just assembling a pizza, grilled cheese. Oh me, oh my. I'm that guy, don't you see? Who's making a pizza grilled cheese? I forgot, I got onions to put on it. Spread them on. In case you haven't figured it out by now, if you've been watching this channel for a while, I may pretty it up in the post-editing sequence or something. More than likely will. But you get the point of what we're doing here. Just want to kind of sprinkle it on. Wish I had some freshly grated Parmesan. Hey! No, it's close. But it may not be pretty, but hopefully it'll taste good. And I think it will. I really do. If not, I'm sorry I let you down, Mary Margaret. I'm sorry that happened. Alrighty. So that's close enough. We'll give this a try and see what we think.
Not bad. Cheese needs to be more melty, so steam and cap, that's the way to go.
Whew. It was a rough one. One of the rougher cooks I've had in a while, which is a little weird for something pretty simple. But hey, it happens. We're here. Let's give it a try. Do have a regret here. I wish it's toasted, like it's heated up, but I wish it was more like buttery toasted, a little brown. Could have took the torch to it, but hey, could have, would have, should have, don't really matter. It's going to eat the same pretty much. This took a while to get some footage. You can see we're still getting a little bit of a cheese pull. Let's give it a try. Let's see, I'm going to make sure that I'm getting A little bit of all of it there. I can take a big bite. Here we go. Ready or not, here we go. I like that. I like it quite a bit. A lot, actually. I want to say more, but there's so much cheese here that it's a little hard to get the mouth open and shut. I went with mushrooms and red onion and pepperoni. Like I said, this right here worked out splendidly because I had a bunch of stuff from other cooks that was getting ready to go bad. So this right here is much, much, much better than tossing it away, of course. Really, I like using my own sauce. I think it's simple, but the canned stuff, whatever you want, it's going to turn out great. Just a little hint of the red pepper flake. Put a little red pepper and parsley on it. Just the dehydrated stuff. Didn't have anything fresh or anything like that. But I'm getting a little bit of heat. And if you like a little bit of heat when you're having your pizza, I think you're going to like this. If not, just omit it. Like I said, I went with pepperjack and the extra sharp cheddar that I cut up because that's what I had. It's what I needed to use. Do your favorite cheeses. Make this yours. I thought about putting banana peppers, some sweet peppers on it. But I knew if I started doing that, then I'd be like, I got to have hamburger. I got to have sausage. I got to have ham. And I know me. I do. Anywho, I really enjoy this. I'm going to enjoy eating the rest of it too. And, you know, you can see a little bit. I don't know how to show up on camera. It looks more burnt than what it is. It don't taste burnt. It's pretty nice and golden taste and actually got a nice crisp to it, even with that sauce. So, hey, I'm happy with it. I'm going to... Yeah, didn't even save that for the let's keep cooking part. But like I said, Mary Margaret, really appreciate you sending me this suggestion. And for everybody else that's watching this, if you have something you want to see me try to cook, that's what this channel's about. So I really appreciate those suggestions. I'll give it a try. That's all I can do. I can't say that it'll be how you hope it turned out, but I'll give it my best. And with that being said, if you haven't done so already and you enjoyed what you saw, I appreciate it. If you take a moment to like, comment,
Go Garrett.
subscribe,
Sweet.
share, and turn on post notifications so you know when new content is added to the channel. I really appreciate you all watching, taking a little time out to watch my channel. I enjoy doing this and sharing my love of food with whoever's willing to listen. With that being said, until next time, I'm Garrett the Griddler saying, I've been on a rough patch. Anywho, I'm Garrett the Griddler, and until next time, let's keep cooking. I wonder if you can hear that crunch. You want to be on the channel, huh? Yeah? It's been a while, hasn't it? Yeah. Kitties don't eat pizza, do they? Say, I don't do pepperoni, but I do tuna. Meow, meow.
Here's where old Granny was on the script to make a joke about pizza, but I decided it was too cheesy.